To keep all our layers together, we need to save it in a format that we can then reopen and keep the layers together. So File, Save As, Photoshop, keeps the layers on, that's a good thing. Press OK. This is a message that says you're backdating it, it's not a good idea. That's okay, we don't need to do that. Spacebar, do I want to use that pattern? Well, that's interesting. That one, oh, spacebar, nope. Press this one. Okay. So what I want to do is copy this pattern onto here so it looks like this. That's our main aim. So let's give it a go. There's our pattern. Select all, edit copy, edit paste. Oh, it says sRGB and Adobe 9098 does not match, but we're going to have to make it that way. Now this image is actually a wallpaper. There are lots of nice images of wallpapers. If you want to have a look for nice free wallpapers, look for the words pattern in Google. There's our image. What I want to demonstrate is how we can use this layer into a layer blend that sort of mixes with the bottom layer. So from normal, let's have a look at darken. What does that look like? Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? So moving into there, maybe we can use that. Or another layer blend could be something called pin light. That's quite interesting. We might drop the opacity a little bit on that. This looks like she's got a little bit of a tattoo happening. Or colour. Well, the colour I'm going to use later. So there's lots of different layer blends you can have a look at. It's quite nice. I guess what I want to work with, although I'm sort of leading towards the darken areas, is working with something called pin light and dropping the opacity. Move it across a little bit. Still got my move tool on. Still on auto select, that's good. And from here, what I like to do is mask it. Right click, make the brush bigger, and just remove anything I don't need. Right click, bigger brush. See if I can go faster, guys. Which means it's not going to look great, but I think you'll get the general idea. Just around the eyes. I'm actually going to do something interesting to her mouth. I think I might just remove that a little bit from there. And I'll probably have to bring some information. I think I went a little bit too hard. I've just got the shift key down and I'll let it drag across. Bring that information. And I can do the hands as well. It's interesting because I'm going to zoom in to see how close you should be working. You should be closing pretty much, should be working at this sort of zoom. Remember, Command and Spacebar gives you a short zoom, and the Spacebar gives you a panning tool. So we can do that. Do around the dress. You can use the selection tool to do this. You're not sort of forced to use the brush. There's lots of ways you can mask. You can use the selection tool, the magic wand tool, and just fill it into the dark colour that goes into there. And I'll bring some information back. Okay, you get the general drift of things. I'll just put that there. Zooming in. A little bit smaller. Okay. I think you all get the general drift. I guess pin light's not one of the most popular ones. The popular ones that people are using are multiply, screen, and colour. And I'll show you what colour does. Bit of nose. Oh, and there's some bits highlights in there. I'm going to create a new layer. What I want to do is sort of highlight her lips, maybe do something to the eyes, I'm not sure. Definitely her lips. Going to bring a colour in. I'm not sure what colour it is. I think I might just choose, instead of choosing from here, I can just pull out and choose one of these colours. Yellow or red. Might choose red. Be interesting to get blue because there's only a little bit of blue and it'll bring all that picture together. So I'll do that. Oh, can't use it. It's got a little arrow in there so I can use the next best thing. Zooming into the lips. Making the size smaller. It's pretty much simple. And so there's the lips, nice and blue. So it doesn't really look that great, but as soon as I go to this layer and tell it, hey, how about you be a colour, then we have a different story. Just got to clean it up a little bit. There. Now, there we have the image there. I guess I said I was going to do something to the eyes, so I'll do that. Pressing my shift key down. If I press my shift key down, it drags the line. It's a little bit more control. Maybe I might pick up this colour. So I'm holding down my option key, picking up the colour red. In there, let's see, it's changed. And go in there, shift. So really that colour layer works a treat. There's our image. She's a lovely girl. So what I'm going to do is now select all, edit copy. Oh, hold on, if I just copy it, it'll just copy that layer. What I need to do is edit copy merged. So to go to, well, we've got it all selected, that's good. Edit, copy merged. It's copied everything that's underneath there. That's what I want. File open. Let's have a look for this CD. Oh, it's a zip file. Command tab, go to the desktop, double click into there, open zip file, open the PSD file. Oh, it's got some replacement fonts and colours. So here we go. So we're going to have some situations where we don't have the fonts, and there's colour palettes in there. That's our artwork there. Now edit, paste. Remember we did that edit, copy merged. So now we're going to edit, paste. And here comes our image. There it is there. Zooming back. So you will see the handlebars there. Luckily I've got the show transform. Hold my shift key down and get a nice large image. Okay. Tick it off. And the next video we're just going to be looking at changing colours.